I've seen great men rise, but I've also seen great men fall. I've seen the way little things thrive, and I've been amazed by what drives them, what motivates them. Now, for the next 15 minutes, I would love you to join me on the journey where we ponder upon these little things that affect us all. Hello, I'm Sonia Nelson, and you're welcome to The Money Show. Now, on the show this week, we're talking about young, stupid money. And I have three unique guests in the persons of
Osage Godalo,
Okonobo Carol,
and Moses Kelechi.
Now, Osage is a youth pastor, the general overseer of Youth Alive Ministries. Carol here is an entrepreneur and the CEO of TouchWorks. He's into IT, branding, and consultancy. And personally of Ms. Kelechi. She's an entrepreneur and the CEO of Patch Novaro. So now, what is young stupid money? I'll have my guests tell me. Osage?
I would like to thank the hosts, my partners, and the audience for coming, because without you, this show would not become a reality. Now, to me, young stupid money means we still being young and making money from that unimaginable idea. It might be that hobby, that business idea that you dream about, and bringing it or making it a possibility. Or it could be that thing you see in your society or your environment, and you feel you can make a difference from it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. Now, I'd like to tell you what I think young stupid money is with a very short illustration. I read about 3 young boys in college, like they were in college like you and I, and they were broke. They needed money. So they went around and asked and found out that people did not like to wash their own clothes. It seemed really stupid, them going to people's rooms and saying, give me your clothes, I'll wash it and you give me money. But they did it. And within a very short time, these boys made so much money from an idea that was seemingly stupid. So young stupid money is basically making money from that idea that seems stupid to other people around you and making like so much money at a very young age. Thank you very much.
Carol?
When I heard I was going to be talking about young stupid money, I looked for where I could get insight, and I know I have a book of wisdom. Now that tells me that stupidity is bound in the heart of a child. Now what does that mean? You have to do the unthinkable, what people won't expect you to do. Now, for you to make stupid money, you need creativity. Now I'm going to ask you all the question. Let's make this very practical. Now I have a sheet of paper with me. Do you think you can pass through this sheet of paper? Does anyone in the audience feel so? No. I doubt. It's quite stupid. It's unthinkable. But I'll show you that with creativity found in origami, this is what you can get. Help me hold this. Now, if you need to make stupid money, you have to get creative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Carol. Now, over the past week, I've had a lot of people walk up to me. I've had different questions, different things. But I'll just refer to a tweet sent to us at The Money Show, #YoungStupidMoney, from Iroko Underworld. And he has this to say. He says, money is the root of all evil. So why can't I just make money I'm comfortable with? Why more? Kelechi, can you help us out?
Thank you very much. Now, I do not know who Iroko Underworld is. Is Iroko Underworld in the audience, please? Okay. We're not trying to tell you to make money the basic thing. Money is a necessity in life. Money is what every one of us needs to survive. So what we know the love of money is root of all evil, not money itself. So you look on the world, wherever you are, my Twitter handle is @KCN. You can just give me all of your money and I don't mind handling your troubles. We're not telling you that you should love money above all else, but have money that will sustain you and give you everything you need to survive. Thank you very much.
Show is as interactive as ever, so we'd love to have your questions from the audience. Now we'll just take a quick break. When we're coming back, we'll have your questions. Thank you very much.
You're looking for something that everyone would want to buy into.
I'm young and I have stupid money already. Every one of us in this audience, we need to be financially secure. Crazy adverts. You watch some adverts and you're like, oh, that doesn't make sense.
to the money show. Now I'm taking in questions from our audience. So questions, please. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, the gentleman over there.
Hello everyone. My name is Ejide Oyedate. I study civil engineering at Covenant University. And to be very honest, I've read a lot of books about business, like 21, how to make money in 21 days. I've solved the nets. I've gone to business talk shows like this, and it has turned out to be futile. So in one sentence, I want to really know, what am I going to get from this talk show? What am I going to take home? Because honestly, I came here because it was free and I didn't have anything to do. So I want you to tell me, what am I going to take home from here?
Thank you very much. Okay, now I'll let Harold take that.
Okay, thank you very much for such an enlightening question. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. You're here with people who have experience in their different fields. Now, one thing you have to know, like I emphasized earlier, I said creativity is what you need. Now, around you, look around, you're going to find problems and lots of them. If you can strategically solve one of the problems you have, so you can exchange that for value, you will get money in return. Now, I'll give you this example. We are all in Covenant University. Now, if you have noticed, the flies in Covenant University have multiplied by 100. And that's quite alarming. It's disrespectful for you to be sleeping 3 a.m. and you have flies disturbing you. So my roommate complained. And he said, why can't we get rid of all these flies? Why can't we just have peace? And I told him that if you can get something that can get rid of them, a chemical, now we already have solutions. Here's the issue. Solutions like Baygon. If you spray Baygon in your room and you stay there with the fly, both of you will probably die. The fly will die and you will die too. So you're looking for something that everyone will want to buy into. So now here's the catch. You get a chemical, like I read on net, you can make vinegar solutions. Now you put that by your window. All of a sudden what happens is that the flies might come in, but they might get mellow. They'll stay in one corner, or they might just get stuck with the vinegar. Now, if you start and you bring such a solution, you find roommates contributing. How can we get this? Now, imagine the loads of rooms. If you sell that for 1,000 naira, tell me you won't make stupid money. Please ensure you are creative, ensure you know your market. Finally, I'll end. That a wise man once said that if you want to become a millionaire, you do not focus on getting 1 million naira in your account once or $1 million. What you focus on is solving 1 million people's problem for just 1 naira, or better still, go to Lekki and give one man the problem and he'll pay you 1 million naira. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Harold. Okay, next question. Next question. Yeah, the lady over there, the fair lady.
Hi everyone, I'm Janelle, and I'm young. I'm a student presently. I'm young and I have stupid money already by reason of the fact that my dad is very rich. So basically, why would I need to make stupid money on my own? Because I know that once I get out of school, my dad gets me a job and I can even get married to another rich guy. So why do I need to make money stupidly?
Okay, Kilichi, can you help us out?
Thank you very much. And Jenna, I must say you're really pretty, so it won't be an issue for you getting a rich husband. But the thing is this, every one of us in this audience, we need to be financially secure. That is the key word, financial security. I believe in illustrations. Now, I know of a young boy who, for every time he had a good result in school, his dad gave him a gift. I'm not saying chewing gum or sweets. I mean cars, iPads, like things that make we young people really happy. Now, he lost his dad. And next time he had a good result, there was nobody to give him any gift. So what happens if something happens to your dad's company? Life is full of uncertainties. So Janelle, my advice to you is this. Everyone should be financially secure. Whether or not you're depending on your dad or your boyfriend or your husband. Okay, I was speaking to Harold before the show started, and he told me about a group of friends he has. They're all rich and single. Now, they would rather have a woman who is a helpmeet and not a parasite. So Janelle, I'm a woman and I love being independent. I advise you, start up that thing on your own. Whether your dad is giving his business to you or anything, you need to be financially secure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kilichi. Now, the next question. Okay, I can see a lady in purple t-shirt.
Hi everybody, my name is Tony. I'm a student. Okay, so I have loads of ideas here and everything, but okay, like we tune into our TV and we see like crazy adverts. You watch some adverts and you're like, oh, that doesn't make sense and everything. My question is this: like, I have an idea. How can I like creatively market my idea so that I can like carry people along to see the reason why they should like, actually implement whatever I have to offer? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tony. Now, the advice I'm about to give you, if you adhere to it, I promise you in the next 5 years, you would become one of the greatest entrepreneurs in the 21st century. Now, as an entrepreneur, you must know that it is not only okay for you to identify the goals or identify the needs of the people in your environment, but it's important for you to also identify and know the ability of those around you. No matter the sophisticated ideas you have, you must get and know the right target market. For example, if I go to Ajegunle and I go to and I open a KFC outlet, I know very well that it will not sell, and you know too it will not sell. Or if I want to sell alcohol in an Islamic country, you know it will not sell because it's against its value. So no matter the sophisticated ideas you have, make sure you market it in its right target place. For example, now if I want to open a KFC outlet, I would go to places like VGC, Lekki, where I know I'll be able to make more cool cash. I mean cool cash. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asage. Okay, more questions? Okay, I can see a lady over there. She's so pretty. Can we have a question?
Hello everyone, my name is Christiana and I am a student of Columbia University. I'm also a straight A student. I'm really particular about my academics. So I want to know how to balance my business plans and my academics, because originally I had planned to scrap every other thing because I had ideas that I really wanted to implement, but then if they interfere with my academics, then I don't think I want to do that. So how do I manage that?
Thank you very much. That's a lovely question. Now I'm going to give you 2 ways to manage your academics and your business or whatever stupid ideas you have. And I used it when I was in school, and I promise you it has really helped me. Now, first thing you must know is you must have priority. When it's time for your academics, no one, especially your family members, should distract you. And when it's time for you to think, because believe me, we are in a competitive world and we need you and I. We need to sit down and think about more stupid ideas in order to make money. Remember, you and I are young and we need to make cool cash. So when it's time for your academics, nobody should distract you. And when it's time for you to sit down and think about more stupid ideas in order to make cool cash, no one should distract you. Secondly is delegation. It's not enough for you to have experts in your business, because we all know that one person doesn't make a business. It's a combination of people. So if you have experts, it's not just only enough. You must have competent people and committed people. When I started my ministry, we were only 100, and believe you me, we had problems. But what helped us was because we had not just only experts, but committed people, and our population rose from 100 to 1,000. So having experts and committed people, and also knowing your priorities, will make you to be able to establish, and not just only establish, but also manage and balance your academics and whatever stupid plans you have in order to make money. Thank you.
Okay, next question. Okay, the guy at the back.
Hi, I'm Chijike Amadu. I'm from Adelaide. So my question is this. There are a lot of barriers here. My parents are really strict, so entrepreneurship is a no-go area. That's one. Number two, the socio-economic structure of Nigeria is terrible, from electricity to fuel to bad traffic. And number three, And because of that, most people run to internet-based companies. But Nigeria has a fragmented audience in the sense that a lot of people don't really know how to access this internet. Very few, a few of us are really not. So can you tell me how I can get past these roadblocks?
Okay, Chijike is the name, right? Yeah, that's a wonderful question. Now, first of all, I'll just give you some few points that could help before I get to the main answer. Now, firstly, Mahatma Gandhi said that if you don't like what you're saying, you should be the change that you want in the world. Now, with these problems, I believe that one day when you get to that place or when you're in power, you'll be able to change what we're experiencing. Now, you could also try this. How about you make savings, make investments, get returns, and reinvest? That could work for you. But now, you might say you have an issue raising the money, being that you have strict parents and all that. So I'm going to tell you what you guys are going to love to hear. It's called the 3 Fs. Can I hear you all say the 3 Fs?
The 3 Fs.
Now, it starts like this. First F, friends. The second F, family. And the third, fools. Now, for friends, you don't know who you have around you. For instance, right there in your room, you could have the senator's son sleeping beside you, but just because your discussions have never been intellectual, so you've never been able to discover such about the person, or you don't want to even try the network. It's said in the wise book that iron sharpens iron. So my friend, get to know people around you. Secondly, you have family. You might be from a strict family, but you might have that uncle who's like an entrepreneur, who is adventurous, who goes into new businesses. Now, if you can sketch your plans and they are convincing, do the feasibility study. You could give it to him, and if he's interested, you could get that fund you're looking for. He could be the angel in that situation. Now, last, I want you all to say fools.
Fools.
Now, a fool is a fool to the fool. I'm going to explain that to you. Calm down. Now, what that means is, if I had $1 million, let's say dollars, pounds, whatsoever it might be, not the currency, and I was going to invest into your idea, this is what's going to happen. To me, I feel you're a fool. Why? Because I have $1 million, and when I invest without doing anything, you're going to multiply that into 10 million naira in 1 year, as you promised. Now, over there, I am a fool to you. Why? Because you were sleeping, and who knows, an angel, or maybe you heard it from your friend, or you got an idea. So easy, you didn't need to stress yourself. But I worked for $1 million, and I'm going to put it in your business. Now, what happens is, after 5 years, or the agreed deal, the MOU we signed, I get my 10 million naira, I'm feeling like you're the fool. But you move on, you've gotten your idea to the platform that you want it to go. So my friend, I have to tell you, please ensure that you make good use of the 3 Fs around you, or better still, all of them. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank our audience and thank our guests, Osagi, Kelechi, and Harold. I know what it took me to get Harold on the show today. Thank you very much, Harold. I really appreciate it. Now, for next week, we're talking about how rich is rich enough. And we're bringing in 3 billionaires in their 30s. Now, these guys are single and they are just amazing. So, ladies, be prepared. Now, for your comments or your questions against this show and against next week, send it to @TheMoneyShow, #HowRich. Now, I'll end with this quote. If your dreams don't scare you, they are not big enough. This has been The Money Show, and I'm Sonia Nelson. Thank you very
I once heard a quote by a powerful and renowned speaker, and he said in such clear terms that originality is a measure of greatness. Who was he, and what gave him the audacity to make this quote? Find out at the end of this talk on originality.
Be loud, be clear, be visible. It feels so good to be original and really stand out, but what does it really take? What makes me original? Well, today we have great speakers to talk to us on originality. We have Sonia,
Michael,
Chiazo,
Marvin,
Ify,
and OJ.
I heard originality is a way of being unique.
Wait, introduction. I am Emmanuel Abraham, and I am original.
And I'm Naomi Duboise, and I'm loud, clear, and visible. I was saying, originality is a way of being unique and stand out. It makes you unique. But that sounds so cliche. Sonia, what do you think about originality?
Well, I believe originality means inconsistency.
I believe originality means inconsistency, as consistency requires you to be as ignorant as you were a year ago, a minute ago, even a second ago. Consistency is predictable, but when you're original, you are being spontaneous. You are surprising people. People they can't predict what you're going to do next. Albert Einstein said something. He said, it's only a fool that does the same thing the same way and expects a different result. Imagine a relationship where the guy and the girl do the same thing the same way every time they meet. They talk about the same things, eat the same. It gets boring. And trust me, both parties want to get out of that relationship, even if they don't say so. How many of us have watched Tyler Perry's Good Deeds? How many of us? Okay. You remember that? You remember in the movie, the lady was able to tell what he was going to do at some particular time. Even when she found blonde hair on his bed, she knew he didn't cheat because she knew where he would be at that particular time. She was bored and she wanted out. That's the same way consistency makes you feel. You're waking up at the same time, you're doing the same thing. So originality means putting a stop to culture and doing things in a different way so you can stand out among every other person. Thank you.
My originality means I put a stop to culture. But is that all it is to it? Michael, what's your take on originality?
What's interesting? What permits me to tread circumspectly along the ontological precincts of Sonia's highly aphoristic hermeneutical insights into originality being analogous to the term inconsistency. Now, it's important for us to note discreetly that this quality of inconsistency that accrues to originality is inquietly responsible for the many definitions that can be assigned to the term. Thus, if I were to sit before you here